Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and smash a like, and please, of course, this is game week 3 of the League 1 season, and of course games after games. Of course Dan couldn't make these predictions. Hopefully he's back for the game week 4. Of course, then midweek predictions as well. So my midweek predictions game week 4 will be back on Monday. But yeah, let's get straight into this. So we start off with MK Dons versus Leicester then. Is Russell Martin in danger because he has not had a good start as a Leicester head coach, coming off with a 2-1 defeat at home against Burton. I don't think Leicester squad, if you look at it, it's probably good in League One, but I don't know. I don't think it. When you look at the lineups, you say, "Oh, this isn't actually a strong squad." But I think he is in danger. Of course, losing 2-1 against Burton last time out. Then of course, drawing on the first game of the season against Notts County 1-1. They should have lost first game as well at Notts County. However, for MK Dons, they're coming off with a positive result on the weekend, drawing 1-1 at home against Huddersfield. And I think first game they drew 2-2 against Oxford. So they're coming off with 2 points, in their first two games. And to be honest, I think they can win here at home against Leicester. I think this is the fixture you want, but this is a fixture you can win with Leicester form not doing quite well. I think it's going to be a tough place to go to MK this season as well. I've gone with an MK win. I just think they are too strong at the minute for Leicester. I think it's going to be close, but I just think Russell Martin is in danger, and I'm going to give MK Dons a win. I'm going to go MK Dons 2, Leicester City 1. I'm going to go 2-1 win to MK Dons. Dan has said he's actually backed Leicester. He said the other way. He said 2-1 to Leicester. So could go anyway, that could. But I'm going MK. Dan is going Leicester. Next game then is Blackpool take on Peterborough then. And I think Blackpool have started the season quite well, to be fair. They're coming off with a 2-1 away win against Stockport last time. I did not expect that, to be fair. Then, of course, in their first week, they of course drew 1-1, so picking up 4 points from their first two games. For Peterborough, they're coming off with a 2-1 win last time out against Mansfield. So, of course, both teams coming off with wins. And Peterborough lost 2-0 against Bradford on their first game. So, both teams will want to try and win it because both teams are coming off with wins. I think because Blackpool are at home, you expect them to win. To be honest, I think they might win quite comfortably. They've got a great manager in Ian Evan. Of course, used the manager Bolton and did really well for Bolton. So, yeah, Danny's actually going with a massive win for Peterborough. He's going 3-1 to Peterborough. What I can't see happening, but you never know. He's gone 3-1 win to Peterborough. I'm actually going quite a comfortable win for Blackpool, and I'm going with a 2-0 win to Blackpool. I just think they have a better squad. I think they're going to be quite good this season. Finish about top 10 maybe. And I think they've started quite well. 4 points from their first two games. So I'm going Blackpool. Dan is going Peterborough. Next game is Plymouth Argyle take on Bradford. And of course, let's start with the home team, Plymouth. They have started quite poorly. They, of course, getting knocked out of the cup in midweek, losing 4-2 against Premier League so Coventry. But they could have took it, depends, to be fair. And of course, they drew last time in the league 1-1. And then, of course, they lost 3-1 against Stockport on their first game. So, not a great start for Plymouth. For Bradford, they've really started well. They're through to the next round, winning on penalties against Championship side Burnley. And they, of course, take on, they're in the league. They've done quite well as well. I think they, of course, beat Sheffield Wednesday last Thursday 1-0. Then, of course, they won 2-0. So 3 clean sheets actually, because they drew 0-0 against Burnley. So not conceded a goal here. Goal yet. And I think I'm gonna back Bradford. I think they will concede their first goal, but I think I have a feeling Bradford are going to be in that top 3, top 4, and I want to keep winning. So I'm going to go Plymouth 1, Bradford 2. I'm going to go 2-1 win to Bradford. Dan is going with a 2-0 to Bradford. So he's going quite a comfortable win for Bradford. So we're both backing Bradford there. But yeah. Next game is Stevenage versus Doncaster. And I think this is an interesting game. I think you probably expect, to be honest, you probably expect Doncaster to maybe nick this. But, I think Stevenage are losing 2-1 last time out against Oxford in the league. And, of course, Doncaster, of course, drawing 0-0 against Barnsley. I think Stevenage got 1 point in 2 games. I think Doncaster, of course, got 1 point in 2 games. So they could go all 3 ways, really. In my eyes, I think it will be a tight game. I think it could be 2-1 either way. It could be draw. It could be anything. Danny going first on this one. He's going with a 3-1 Stevenage. So he's going quite a comfortable win for Stevenage. I'm actually going to go down the middle and go Stevenage 1, Doncaster 1. I'm going to 1-1. Danny going Stevenage. I'm going for a draw. So yeah. Moving on to the next game then is Cambridge United versus Huddersfield. Cambridge, of course, I think they're, of course, lost 1-0 against Millwall in the Carabao Cup in midweek. So they're out, but they drew 1-1 on the weekend against Bromley, what I did predict. And of course, first game they won 3-2 against Wigan. So 4 points from their first 2. For Huddersfield, they, of course, drew 1-1 on the weekend against MK Dons and, of course, won 3-0. So both teams got 4 points from their first 2 games. So, yeah, Dan is actually going with a Huddersfield win. Quite comfortably. He's going 2-0 to Huddersfield. I'm going to go 2-2 draw. I can see that being goals, and I think Cambridge are, going to keep it tight at home and get a point. So I'm going with a draw. Dan is going Huddersfield. Next game is Leyton Orient against Barnsley then. And I really don't know with this game. This could go all 3 ways, to be fair. Barnsley have started this season very poorly. They probably need a striker in, and that way they didn't score goals. Leyton Orient coming up with a 2-0 win against Wigan last time out, of course. And of course, Barnsley drawing 0-0 against Doncaster. Leyton Orient, of course, getting 3 points from their first 2 games. Barnsley, of course, getting 1 point from their first 2. Dan is up on this one first. He's going with a Barnsley win, and he's going 3-1 to Barnsley. He's actually went a couple of 3-1s, but he has gone 3-1 Barnsley. I'm actually backing Barnsley as well. Don't know why, because you probably expect to back Leyton Orient, but I'm going Leyton Orient 1, Barnsley 2. I'm going 2-1 win to Barnsley. Next game is Notts County versus Burton Albion. Yeah, bit of a local game. I think Burton have started this season very well, to be fair. Winning at Leicester on the weekend. Yeah, I think you know, that was a really good win. Notts County, however, they've started the season well, getting 2 points from 2 games. They drew at Luton 2-2. I think this is going to be a very tight game, and I can see this being a 2-1 either way, maybe draw. I've actually gone down the middle and went with a 1-1 draw. I think is going to be tight, but if there's one win, you probably expect Notts going to win at home. But then again, Burton just went to Leicester away and got that win. Dan is going with a 2-1 win to Notts County. Next game is Sheffield Wednesday taking on Bromley then, and Sheffield Wednesday have not started the season like they would wanted to start. Of course, I think they'll want to try and really win here, and I think they might, but I think their manager, is he under pressure? You know, I reckon Bromley going to go there and try and play for a 0-0. And I can see Wednesday scoring a late goal. So I'm going to go a 1-0 win to Sheffield Wednesday. I just feel like they'll score late on. Dan has actually said 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. Next game is Stockport taking on Wycombe. Wycombe, of course, drawing on the weekend. Stockport losing. I think, of course, Stockport will want to bounce back with the win. Probably expect it, to be fair, for them to bounce back. And I think they will. I'm gonna go 2-0 win to Stockport. Quite a comfortable win for Stockport there. Dan has actually said 3-0 win to Stockport, so we both went Stockport there. Getting on to the Sunday games then. Of course, there's 2 Sunday games for some reason, but we start off with the 2 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. It's AFC Wimbledon taking on Wigan. I think this is going to be a poor game. I really do. I think Wimbledon, of course, coming off with a 0-0 against Reading. Wigan coming off with a 2-0 defeat against Leyton Orient. Then the first game, Wimbledon losing 3-0 against Huddersfield. And of course, Wigan losing 3-2 against Cambridge. I think Wimbledon, they don't score many, so if there's one win, I'm probably edging Wigan with like a 1-0 or something. But I'm just going to go down the middle and go a 0-0 draw. I think that's going to be a really poor game on Sunday. I will not be watching this game because I feel like it's going to be poor. Could really be goals now. I said that, but I reckon a 0-0 draw for that one. Dan has actually said 1-0 to Wigan. So he's went similar to me. We both think that'd be low scoring. And the last game, Mansfield versus Luton, a 3 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. I think this is going to be a very good game. To be fair, I think there'll be goals. You know, I think there will be goals. Mansfield losing 2-1 last time out, unfortunately. Luton, of course, drawn 2-2. But Luton scored quite a lot of goals, but they can see goals. So I do think they will nick it. But I'm going to go with Mansfield 2, Luton 3. I'm going 3-2 win to Luton. I do think they will just nick that. And Dan has actually said 2-1 to Luton. So there you go, guys. There's my League One predictions game week 3. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe and like, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.